Yo, what's up guys, welcome back from the Yugioh Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. We are at Group D. It's going quick, right? I believe a bit quicker compared to last year, but let's zoom in. We have two nostalgic decks from the Cross-Banlist Cup series, right? Both Chaos from 2004 is paired up against BLOO-D, right? I mean, basically DDT, so Diamond 2 Turbo from the OCG featuring Destiny Hero Plasma. Yeah, again, it has been a deck that's, you know, being, it was fantastic in the previous Cross-Banlist Cup series. Chaos speaks for itself, Banlist top deck, I mean, again, speaks for itself. Half of the deck is pretty much banned, while the second deck list should be an OCG run, especially because of Destiny Hero Plasma twice, the one of Scapegoat, the Magical Stone Excavation, and you see here in the deck statistics that the deck is of course quite weak on the defense part, but offensive, the deck is a monster, right? So which deck has the advantage? I think I can kind of agree with the people is that Chaos might have the advantage over DDT. Then again, something like Stratos, you know, was a superb power creep card compared to the formats before it, because again, normal summon, search, immediately get a +1 off of its normal summon, and then, or you know, pop your opponent's back row. That was fantastic, let alone 3 copies in one deck. This was a fantastic opening, painful choice, I believe, yeah, and that's why Tribe Infecting Virus is in there, one of the reasons, right? Basically a Raigeki for any type, I guess, on the field, if that makes sense. Well, mostly you'll call the type from your opponent's monsters, discard a card, eventually get Demok on the field, getting back Reborn, right? Again, this is Demok pre-errata. So this, you know, was an easy one thanks to Confiscation as well. So game number 2, again, I go second, post side deck. Can't remember if there were any huge cards being side-decked in. But yeah, anyway, long story short, Graceful Charity, draw 3, discard 2, you know, normally you would rather just want to wait, discarding stuff like Sinister Serpent or Demok or Jinzo or stuff like that, but I'm playing against a fast deck, an OTK deck, and I knew the Waboku could, you know, spare me with like 1 extra turn, but I think I had to, right, setting the Imperial Order as well, but just well know that it would get destroyed by the potential Stratos, right? Again, Waboku in effect, so no damage, but I don't think I have Light and Dark in Graveyard, and I draw Chaos Emperor as well, so that's a bummer, a huge bummer. Yata is a win, so I think all of the monsters are in my graveyard are Light, not sure about this, but yeah, I mean, Plasma is also there. It doesn't have an attack boost, so the potential Chaos Emperor could have been sweet. Trap Dash Shoot there in the opening hand, or well, in the hand there, but you know, you can only use Dash Shoot if your opponent has 4 or more cards in hands. Okay, game number 3, again, I go first, and this is super strong. Pot of Greed for the immediate +1 already, and Confiscation, again, banned for a good reason. Free information about your opponent's hand, and then force them to discard 1 card. And of course, you can pick which card to discard. Set, I believe, not really sure which card I said, was it the Magician of Fate? I think so. And, yeah, okay, this was a huge bummer. You know, okay, going for reasoning first. I don't want Demok hitting the board. Jinzo, I guess, is fine, but, I mean, Demok is, of course, a bigger deal. So I'm going to call 8, and the Demok was revealed, and then, you know, the other way around, Monster Gate for Malicious. I mean, if you would have gone for Monster Gate first and then reasoning, I mean, if right. But yeah, it's basically Battle of the Demoks. So get my own Demok on the field. Pot of Greed for the double beneficial draw. Crush card is there, but it's not live. Snatch, Steal, Raigeki. Again, this should be my duel, right? Even though, let's say, if the D hero deck is able to pump out the big field with something like Plasma, Raigeki is there, Snatch, Steal is there to, you know, seal the deal. So normal summon DD Warrior Lady. I believe the Mirror Force is already gone. Not sure about this. If it's not, yeah, okay, Degree, right? Yeah, Degree is definitely a side deck card for that deck, but yep, nope, the Phoenix Blade and the Monster Gate definitely don't help. And you know, the Confiscation again was huge previously. So again, going second, Mirror Force, Mirage of Nightmare, that's fine. And this is like a standard opening move of the deck, like just normal summon Stratos, search, I guess, Stratos and go from there. Just pass, maybe set like a Bluff or Goats or Mirror Force, but that's basically it. And then, you know, just OTK from that, you know, or after that, right? In the mirror match of Diamond 2 Turbo, you could side deck like Threatening Roar to make sure that you would survive and, you know, blow your opponent away during the next turn, but this isn't looking too great. D-Mock hits the board and I kind of know it's already game over. Probably, you know, the D-Mock should have been tributed here, I guess. You know, the D-Mock, as you see, right, the Dimension Fusion in hand, well, I mean, it's not going to matter. Both Stratos will trigger on summon, you know, I believe Stratos states that you can destroy like the same amount of spells and traps on the field or from your opponent equal to the amount of other hero monsters you control. So basically an Harpy Sfera Duster for your opponent. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, Plasma, tribute, the D-Mock, yeah, okay, that's fine as well. So yeah, Plasma again hits the board, kinda equipping, attaching my face down, but yeah, it was Reaper. Okay, Spirit Reaper, but yeah, the Plasma was definitely needed to get rid of that. So again, number 5, I go first, and again the Confiscation, so that's super strong. This card should, yeah, indeed, should be the Reasoning, and then set, I believe, the Magician of Fate. So okay, doesn't seem that big of a hand, but I mean, we know the hand, we know that the opponent needs to top deck like Reasoning, maybe another Reasoning, and then even then, right? So a potential Magician of Fate flip for Confiscation will be very strong. And I'm going to take my chance and discard something, going for Dark Hole and normal summon Reaper for the beneficial discard, right? Maybe I should have played it a little bit different, like go for Dark Hole first, attack with Reaper, and then use Confiscation, but okay, that's a small error on my part. So Stratos first Surge, that's all cool. I still have Crush Card set. This is Crush Card pre-errata, so it hits all the high level, you know, high attack monsters from the opponent, right? And I believe 2 or 3 turns after. I'm greedy. I'm going to draw BLS, but I mean, the opponent is still under Crush Card, so I'm like, let's go for it. Let's go for BLS. There aren't really too many outs here for the opponent to top deck, right? So especially, you know, put the opponent like on a low amount of life points as well because of the potential Dimension Fusion. Yeah, Dimension Fusion, right? So this is a beneficial duel, an extra game. Heroes should be going first, right? Again, I see my hand, a Pot of Greed, Forceful Sentry, basically a Confiscation, also Monster Reborn is there, and this is a funny one. Okay, so Pot of Greed, draw 2, and okay, Forceful Sentry first, we see the D-Mock, and I'm like, well, let's go for it. Raigeki, and hopefully Reaper is going to discard D-Mock, because it's at random, and yup, D-Mock is discarded. So I'm going to Reborn D-Mock. You know it was, right? In a format where D-Mock was legal with Monster Reborn, it was very dangerous to leave your D-Mock wide open in your own graveyard for your opponent to reborn it. So that's a huge blow. Threat does shoot, okay, that's fine, that's not that big of a deal. The Reaper should be put in defense, yeah, I mean, I think we know the hand, yeah, I believe that we know that the last card in hand, not sure about this, but not should risk a Mirror Force, not sure if it's gone already. But yeah, Witch of the Black Forest, D-Mock are all fine. Heavy Storm is cool. Maybe I could have chained the ring here for more burn damage, kind of making sure that my opponent can't use the Dimension Fusion, but it's not going to matter. So Witch is going to get me a Surge eventually. Magical Scientist, that's fine as well. Not sure if Emperor is live, but I mean, the burn damage and the battle damage will eventually be enough also, right? So Magical Scientist, for more beat sticks, they can attack on monsters, but yep, that's GG, right? I mean, it was definitely a good matchup, but I think we have a well-deserved winner with Chaos winning this one over Blood. So now for the next matchup, this is going to be an interesting one. We have a deck from 2011. That is Fish OTK versus Wineups from 2012, right? Fish OTK, I believe, but again, correct me if I'm wrong. This should be the first time that the deck is ever featured in the Cross-Banlist Cup series, and I feel that, you know, Fish OTK is very similar to, you know, it's obviously a deck from like the Tango Plant era, Plant Synchro era, so it's somewhat very similar to, I guess, Formula Monarchs, Formula Synchron, or at least it kind of features Formula Synchron as well, if I'm not mistaken, and it's of course heavily reliant on its boss monster being the, I believe it's called Koala Kant. It's level 7, level 8, that special summons like fish monsters, fish types directly from the deck. It's quite of a ridiculous card if you think about it, right? But the deck is like focused on our Armory Arm Colossal Fighter, OTK, FTK. I mean, it has the capability to do that. So it's going to take on Windups in the next round, right? So the last match here from the pre-2014 series. And Windups, that should be, if I'm not mistaken, the Shock Lock from 2012. So Windups post-Banlist. But, or even the hand loop, right? I mean, the deck is also quite ridiculous if you think about it. You need those hand traps against that particular deck. So again, like always, feel free to leave your predictions either in the comment section of this particular video or as like always, right, in the community tab. The post should be open really soon. Okay, guys, so thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.